everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm talking to you about how you can save money on cleaning products and how you can make the most out of the cleaning products that you actually do buy. So I've got a few of my favorite cleaning products and I'm going to share with you how I use them most effectively. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is surface spray. The amount of money that I see people spend on surface spray is absolutely ridiculous. There is no reason to spend money on surface spray. You can make it yourself. It costs about 5 cents to make, or less than 5 cents if I show you how I make it. It's ridiculous, like $3.50, $4 on a bottle of surface spray, and you're spending that. I go through one of these probably once every 2 weeks. That's ridiculous, the amount of money that's getting spent on surface spray. Not only are they filled with chemicals, but it's expensive and it's sinking your budget. The easiest way to make surface spray is to get a spray bottle. And what I do is I fill the spray bottle with water and I put 2 tablespoons or 8 teaspoons, because I know tablespoons are different sizes everywhere. I take my dishwashing liquid and I just use the 99-cent one from Aldi. It works great, I love it, and I'm going to talk about it again in a minute. I put 8 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons into a spray bottle filled with water. That's it, and that's what I use. Regular cleaning is what's going to actually help you maintain a clean and sanitary environment. I don't care what anyone says. If you leave your house like a trash pit, it doesn't matter what kind of cleaning product you use. Regular cleaning is what's going to make the difference. So I use this surface spray. I wipe down my benches twice a day. My benches are nice and clean, and it costs me a hell of a lot less money than trying to buy surface spray every week. So that's what I use on the regular. It's also environmentally friendly because I'm using the same spray bottle instead of buying a new spray bottle every time I go to the supermarket and have to replace my surface spray. So that's the first one. Can you tell I'm a little bit impassioned about this? Because it drives me insane. Okay, what's next? The next one I have is vinegar and dishwashing liquid. When you put these together, 3/4 vinegar, 1/4 dishwashing liquid makes the best shower cleaner that you can get. It does stink a little bit like vinegar and you'll think you're in a fish and chip shop, but it does an amazing job on your shower. It gets rid of all of that calcium residue and makes it sparkle. I use this weekly. And I mix it when I'm about to use it. I find that if you pre-mix it, it does lose its power a little bit. So when I'm about to do my cleaning, again in a recycled spray bottle, 3/4 of the vinegar, 1/4 of the dishwashing liquid, mix it together, spray it on your shower, leave it for a few minutes, and spray, like you can just grab your sponge, or if you've got a shower head that actually you can pull it off and you can use it as what the hell do they call those things? I've just forgotten. Anyway, if you have a detachable shower head that has a hose to it that you can move it, you can just spray down your shower, and that works really, really well. I love using this as a shower cleaner because it gets it so clean. Now, the other thing that is a little bit controversial, and it's controversial in my house as well, is when I finish having a shower, I squeegee my shower. I bought a like $2 squeegee from IKEA, and we leave it in, I've got a shower bath combo. We leave it in the shower, and once we're done, we just squeegee it off. And the other thing that I do is once I'm all dried off and I'm almost dressed, I actually go and use the towel that I've just used because I'm about to put it in the wash. I dry down the shower and bath. And one of the reasons for that is because Spike and Lily like to go and play around in the water, so I don't want water all over my house. And the other reason is that you don't have to clean your shower as regularly if you make sure that it's dry. You don't end up with mold growing anywhere, so I just find that works well. If I ever told Matt that he could stop doing it, he'd probably throw a party because he hates doing it. But I just find that when I do that, it's a little bit of time invested in having to scrub your shower. If you do have a particularly dirty shower that's got lots of limescale or calcium buildup, then I would go and do this 2 or 3 times just to get it off, because you do need to do it. If it's really bad, you need to do it a few times first to just get rid of what's there. So that combo I really, really love. The next one is, now I know that I said I use surface spray, and for about 95% of the stuff that I need to clean, this is all I use. Honestly, I don't use anything else. I just use my dishwashing liquid surface spray. When I find that this is not being as effective as I need it to be, because there are some cases, especially when you've got like a sticky mess or you've got oil or grease, this does a really, really good job, but I find that sometimes you just need that little bit extra, and that's where I go and use my multi-purpose wipes. So I love these. I don't use them regularly. Like I said, I only use them where I need a little bit more power than what the surface spray can give me. The other thing that I use these for is for my toilet. I like being able to just wipe down the toilet and then throw them out. But that's what I use these for, so they work out really, really well. I don't go through a packet of these very often. This can probably last me about 6 months, more than that, so I don't really buy these that often, and these are the store brand. I don't understand why the store brand is about half to a third of the cost less than the name brand, so I just buy the store brand. I like those, they work really well. The next one is citric acid. I use citric acid for a few different cleaning products. The first one is my kettle. I use citric acid to clean my kettle to get rid of all that buildup that tends to happen around the kettle. My kettle I bought at Kmart for $7.50 7 years ago when I moved into this apartment. I have kept it cleaned and maintained, and with the only thing that's happened to it is on the lid, some of the silver paint has lifted a little bit. There's just a silver area. It's a white kettle, but there's a silver area that's come off a little bit. But other than that, the kettle is pristine. I said that I'll replace it when it breaks, and the thing just won't die. Like, it's the best $7.50 I've ever spent. And I have no plans to replace it anytime soon, because what I do is I fill the kettle up. Usually I do it on Saturday during my cleaning time. I put a tablespoon or 4 teaspoons into the kettle, a full kettle of water. I let it boil. It does its magic. I then pour that down the sink. The other thing that I use the citric acid for is I make my own toilet cleaner tabs, and I'll put the link up in there. I'll put the iCard somewhere up here for you to be able to link to that video if you want to see how I make them. They're just toilet cleaner tabs that you make with baking soda and citric acid, and you can throw them in the toilet. They fizz up and they clean the bottom of your toilet. So that's what I make with these two as well. That combination also works really, really well in the dishwasher if you don't have a lot of money to spend on dishwasher tablets. So you can use those in the dishwasher as well, and they work fine. I just tend to find that I have to rinse my dishes off first before I put them in the dishwasher when using that, as opposed to one of the commercial dishwasher tablets or dishwasher powder. But this combination works really, really well. Let me see what else I have for you. The next one is thick bleach. Now, I use this in place of toilet cleaner because I find that for $2.20 that I buy this for at Aldi, it's significantly more cheaper, that's fantastic English. It's significantly cheaper than buying the actual toilet cleaner. This is a hospital grade disinfectant. I put it into the toilet, I let it do its thing, and then I pour boiling water over it. That's something that my mum taught me she would always bleach the toilet and then pour boiling water into the toilet, and it makes your toilet look absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely sparkling with very little time invested. So that's what I use as toilet cleaner. The other thing that I do is I actually pour this over drains, so kitchen sink drains and my bathroom sink drain, and then I let them hang out for about 5-10 minutes, and then I pour boiling water over the top of those as well. And that just means that you don't get that pink slime or that pink mold, especially in the bathroom on your sink taps, and you don't get that dark slimy mold on your sink drains. That stuff absolutely disgusts me. Like, it drives me insane every time that I see it. I've never had a problem with either of those two things by doing this. So that's where I also use this heavy duty cleaner. I use it to clean my sink drains as well. Works fantastic. I love it. I've been doing it for ages. And toilets. So much cheaper than toilet cleaner. I think it does a better job. The only thing that it doesn't have is it doesn't have the same kind of scent that your toilet cleaner would have with, you know, your Alpine or your spring flowers or whatever other scent, but the cleaning power is the same. The other thing that I have is cream cleanser. I love this stuff. This stuff makes my sink. I use it to clean my sinks and stainless steel pots and pans. It does an amazing job on those as well. I love it. I clean my sink every week. I use this cream cleanser to clean my sink. So I do the drain stuff that I just spoke to you about, and then I use my cream cleanser and clean the sink, and it just polishes up so nicely. So I really love this stuff. This one is the Aldi version. I actually think Jif, this is not sponsored video, I'm just telling you what I like. I actually think the Jif one works better. This one's been watered down a little bit too much, but it's okay, it does the job. The other thing that I can recommend for this is, as I was saying before with the shower cleaner, the dishwashing liquid and the vinegar, if you've got a particularly dirty shower and you want to clean it up, this stuff will do the trick. Just put some onto a sponge and rub it over the glass just to get rid of everything, and then use the dishwashing liquid and the vinegar for ongoing maintenance if you've got a particularly dirty shower. Otherwise, you can just do the dishwashing liquid and vinegar a few times and that should clean it out nicely. So that's another thing that I love. We then have baking soda and vinegar, or bicarb soda and vinegar. I actually buy my bicarb soda in these big 6 kilo bags from Costco because I go through so much of it and I love it. I love cleaning with baking soda. So what I do is, this is great for a slow flushing drain. If you've got a drain that doesn't seem to flush quite as good as it should, what you can do is put a cup of the baking soda and a cup of vinegar into that drain, let it hang out for about half an hour and flush it down with boiling water, and you'll find that it flushes a lot better than what it had been. Obviously, if you're continuing to have issues, get it checked by a professional, but I find that sometimes once I do this, especially in the apartment building that I'm in, it's an older building, it has galvanized pipes. We've had issues in the past with the draining, so I find that this does a good job and my sinks drain fine. So that's a good recommendation as a starting off point. Like, obviously if you do this and it doesn't work, move on to something else, but this is a great cheap way just to start off with. And the last thing that I want to talk about is the Aldi Dye Sand stain remover. This is something that has been around for a little while now. Lots of people on Facebook are talking about it, but I just wanted to share my experience with this. I don't particularly like this for its intended purpose, which is a laundry stain remover. I use the LA Totally Awesome one, which I find is a hell of a lot better, but what I love this for is cleaning floors. This does such a wonderful job, by far better than anything else I've used for cleaning, for mopping floors. I use 1/4 cup of this inside a 5 or 6 litres of really hot water, steaming hot water, the hottest that you can get it from the tap, and then mopping the floors with that and letting them dry. It does an amazing job. It does okay as a stain cleaner. It does okay as a grout cleaner. You can use it to clean grout, although I have had better success cleaning grout with mixing baking soda and thick bleach to a paste and then just lining the grout with it, allowing it to sit there for about half an hour until it dries, sweeping it up and then mopping it. I find that that does a better job. But if you want something that's really quick to clean grout, you can spray this on, allow it to hang out for half an hour and then mop it up. And it does a good job. Like it does a really good job. I just happen to, oh, excuse me. I just happen to prefer the baking soda and the baking soda and the bleach. I think it whitens a lot better, but this is good. So if you want really super clean floors, use this in place of floor cleaner. It does a great job. I don't know how it would do on hardwood floors or laminate floors. I don't have either of those things, so I can't really say, but it does a fantastic job on tile floors. So that's my 2 cents on all of the cleaning products that I like to use. Most of them I buy the home brand version of. I tend not to use the name brand. There are a few things that I do buy the name brand of because I can't get the home brand version, or the home brand version just doesn't quite cut it, like I said with the cream cleanser. I'd like to know in the comments, what cleaning products do you use? What do you like? How do you make your cleaning products or your cleaning experience less expensive? I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned a few things, and I'll see you next time for the next episode. Bye. Thanks for watching.